Yeah, speaking of things being put on people,
I don't even like the way you started this question.
Keith Lee, Keith Lee, there's an elephant in the room, or should I say, a bear.
Is there? I don't have any of
You
those.
saw Cocaine Bear this weekend too? I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's what I was talking about. Trying to get a cocaine bear
I see
promotion
like
right here
Goblin
going in here.
Slayer. I see
No,
Goalie.
when we started our show, the people wanted to see our show. They wanted us to talk about one thing, and that was Keith Lee becoming Bearcat Lee and the growl and the bear scar across your chest. I was upset. I'm still upset about it. Like when people bring it up, I start choking them. It's crazy. Like people can't bring it up around me. It's very upsetting to me. And I was just like, they don't understand who they have. They don't understand what's going on here. They don't understand that this is Keith Lee. He doesn't need any of that shit. He doesn't need to be Bearcat. He doesn't need to be a tribute to somebody else. He's the first Keith Lee. Being put in that position, I know, kind of like knowing who you are. We know that you're just, if it's your job, you're gonna go and do it. What they want to pitch to you, you're gonna do it. You're not gonna, try to, do anything that's too wrong for that. Like if this is what you put in to do, this is what you're gonna do. So how was it being presented this idea and trying to execute it in a not silly way?
Um. Okay. So I'm going to preface this with a couple things. Yes, you're right about doing your job, and I can actually use an example of how people view things in terms of like my top that I wore in the
Mm-hmm.
promo with Dustin, things of that sort. People are going to take the things that they see and put whatever story they want to on it, right?
All right.
A prime example would be a couple years ago. Um, I made a tweet about Walter. Now, this tweet was back when I would post personal things occasionally. Walter was going through something very similar, something that I had to go through a little bit before I signed with WWE. And I just wanted him to know I was thinking about him. And that's it. However, unfortunately, while he was going through that, he was also going through a name change to what is his name?
Gunther.
I think, or something like
Gunther,
that.
yeah.
So it's incredible because though I made this personal post, people took that and decided to attach it to his name change as if name changes aren't a completely normal thing in this
Mm-hmm.
industry. Like, why would I post about this guy that I rarely even talk to, but we're buds, right? We're cool, we're all right. And why would I post about a name change if I didn't post about a name change for Pete Dunne or anybody else for that matter? Same thing. He's open minded and willing to do his job, right? Here's where I incriminate myself, Mr. Washington.
Uh-oh.
So the Bearcat thing was presented to me before I came back from the whole death fight. And when it was presented to me, I was like, what and why? Didn't make sense to me.
Nope.
So I initially said, no, thank you. And they left it alone. And I was like, cool, I'm in the clear. Like, it can't be that bad, right? I came, I debuted, I got to do the thing that no one else gets to, friggin' fight Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, yeah. It beat him clean.
First pay-per-view.
The Survivor Series moment with Roman, big deal, big stuff.
Well, that stuff was in NXT, right? Where I had the freedom to just be me.
A little bit different, I see.
Very different. Very,
Mhm.
very different. And those are those moments where, like, naturally, in those moments, I'm able to have fun and the fans can feel that. So there's a different level of connection there because they feel the genuine nature of what I'm doing. Whereas where you have to present this other character, it's sometimes a little more difficult unless it's some sort of portion of you, a way that you think, something you can relate to, right? Right before I came back, it was pretty much like I came back and it was nothing. It was fine. It was chill. But not even like a week or two after coming back, Vince pulled me in an office and was like, "Hey, listen, I need you." And I feel like, that chick that's like got her crush and she's like finally chosen. I'm like, what? You need me?
Little old me.
I would love to be there for you. I will fix you, Vince. I'll do it. And I agreed to do this thing, and man, when I tell you, it was interesting because they went through like artwork for this gear, and as it goes on, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to make this a thing, but I'm going to do it because Vince asked me to. And this was in the middle of a Raw. The guy completely abandoned the main event that was happening and dragged me into his office and was like, "Let's talk." And I'm like, "You're not going to watch the rest of TV? You're always on the headset, dude. What are you doing?" And we had the conversation, and I agreed to do it. But at the end of the day, maybe not wanting to was an issue. Maybe I couldn't deliver that character the way they would have wanted to, because at the end of the day, I'm not generic big guy. I'm not ooga booga.
You're not Mark Henry #2, what they thought you were.
Listen, Mark can play that role, even though he's an
Right.
intelligent guy.
Yep.
I think that my natural ways in life, the way I carry myself, the way I speak, was an issue for what this character was supposed to be, which was ultimately a monster. I tried, mind you, to get connections that I could relate to. I even presented the option of like, hey, can we reference Bearcat Wright at least, or somebody
Right.
I'm paying homage? That wasn't allowed. And I'm like, okay, this isn't my idea. I can't relate it to Bearcat Wright. What am I supposed to do with this aside from go raw and be angry?
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. We were told that this was a
Yep.
tribute to Bearcat, and you weren't even allowed to reference him?
Yeah. I don't know who told you that. But
Well, I mean, that was the internet speculation, of course. But
they wanted to make it okay too, and that's okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, because they all said that it was your idea. They're like, no, he probably presented this. I'm like, I don't think so, you guys.
Listen, if I was going to present anything, and the only reason I haven't is out of respect to Bryan Danielson, I would be some form of a dragon, because at the end of the day, bro, I'm majestic as fuck. You go ahead, you can bleep that out. I am regal. I am the top of the food chain. I am an anomaly. I am not the same as your average pro wrestler, and I will own the shit out of that. I'm different, and that's the best part. I'm the one, period. That's it.